The wonderful ways of manifestation. So first to come, what is it? Secondly, how do you practice it? Does it work? Will it work for you? Well, over the last 4 months, 120 days, I've practiced the art of manifestation within my daily grind. In this video, we're going to be sharing my tips, my insights, my recommendations. So make sure you stick around to the end. Loads of this info to come. Let's get it. Here we go. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Benjamin Harden here, back with another travel and lifestyle video. So I put up these videos just like this one of my personal experiences, basically what I get up to, my journey, and I hope that kind of sharing this sort of information with you helps you with your future adventures and down the line. Today's video is going to be somewhat a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about one of the things that I've been learning how to progress in and master, which is manifestation. And also, guys, if this is of an interest to you, then consider subscribing. I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you that have subbed to the channel so far. It's awesome to see a community online grow, and for me to be able to share my tips and travel insights with you to help you as well. And so, plan of action, POA, we're going to head on out into my neighbourhood here in Malak, and we're going to dive into this video. Let's go. Just to say really quickly, guys, for what I'm about to talk about in this video, I am no way, full transparency, qualified or got any qualifications per se about this particular topic. However, what I do have on my side is 8 years. I've accumulated a lot of lifestyle experience, so just take that all into consideration before we jump into this video. So guys, to catch you guys up to speed, basically I've been here in Darwin in Northern Territory for the last 4 months. If you've seen one of my last videos, I'll be sure to put it up there. It's basically about finding work and accommodation here. And before I moved to Darwin, I had a couple specific reasons of why I wanted to specifically move here, which is all to do with why I've been trying the manifestation process during my time here. So let me tell you a story about why I decided to relocate here to Darwin. Even way before I did all the East Coast videos and travelled that part of Australia, I knew that I needed to, one, tick off my visa days to get a 3rd year extension. The second thing that I really wanted to sort out was to be able to save a substantial amount of money to put into my savings for my future. And then the third thing, which is it goes in with the other two as well, which is to become a business owner here in Australia and start my entrepreneurial activity. And the best way that I thought to tick off every single one of these goals, every single one of these targets, is to move here to Darwin. Before I even moved here, I decided to look up the best ways to kind of set myself up in a way to attack these 3 goals, which is when this manifestation idea came around. I didn't know much about manifestation at the time, so I decided to look up different mentors and different people to kind of get an idea on how to best attack it. So let's talk about manifestation first, okay? Definition of manifestation, I got it right here, okay? This is what Google says: an event, action or object that clearly shows or embodies something abstract or theoretical, or also as well the action or fact of showing something. So just thinking about that and looking into that, I was like, right, in order to attack this manifestation and how to kind of use it to my best ability, I kind of did some research. I looked into what's the best ways that I can practice manifestation, in which I found 4 ways. And these 4 ways were physical, mental, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So let's just dive into those really quickly, okay? So, for example, when I tried to manifest physically, it was how I could best use my skill set of what I know how to do and approach it, with like whether it's working and labouring or whether it's working in learning how to find another skill, you know. And then second one, which was mentally, it was kind of what about my mindset? What do I kind of see as how do I think, and how can I like adapt my thinking in a way that will be able to better serve this task or better serve my ability to do this. And with those 3 goals that I had from the start, those are like my rules, you know. And then there's the third way, which was emotionally, like kind of like, how do you feel when you manifest, or how do I feel when I've manifested it in a way that it's working and it's doing well. And then there's the fourth one, which is spiritually, which I'm not massively spiritual person, but I kind of looked into it, and it's like, what do you believe about manifestation? Like, do you believe that you could do this? Do you believe that you can set yourself this task and that you can complete it and you can achieve it? And when I like approached and learned about these 4 specific ways, it kind of opened up my mind a little bit. Like, okay, if I'm gonna truly achieve these 3 goals, I'm really gonna set myself up for success, right? I need to do a combination of all these 4 to go for it and attack it straight on and straight ahead, you know. So that brings me on to mentorship. I knew that before going into something that I've never done before, I needed to find someone or a couple people or 3 people to kind of see how they would do it, or kind of take like tips from what they've learned and kind of use them in my own practice, you know. And I picked 2 specific people. The first one was Stu McLaren, just because he's like known as the membership guy for businesses and establishing recurring revenue. And I've listened to a lot of his podcasts when I was traveling East Coast, and all of the information he provided, it just opened up my mind again to like so much stuff that I kind of wanted to use in my own life. So that's when I took from one of his podcasts about the rules, like being able to set these rules before you even move to a place, because then you have that discipline and you have that already sorted, so that when the decisions do come and you're asked to do specific things and go out and like have different lifestyles and party or whatever like that, that because I had these rules in place, that I wouldn't make a like rash decision and not be dedicated to why I even first came here. And if also, just for the record, if you know Darwin, especially during the dry season, it is a party place. It is crazy, eh? So when I first got here, head down, let's get stuck in, let's truly make these months count, you know. Then which moves me on to the second guy, which is his name is Benjamin Hardy. Now, I do a lot of YouTube research, I look online, constantly learning, constantly trying to grow and like practice my development and my achievements, you know. And I found him via a TED Talk. And I don't normally watch that many TED Talks, but the caption and the title of his video made me want to watch it, it was something to do about the 100% rule. And I'm just going to give you like the overall summary here. The 100% rule is basically where you apply yourself so much that there's no point of return. There is a no point of return. For example, like say if you're starting up your own business and you invest, I don't know, 10 grand into it, that has a no point of return, because when you've invested that money, it's in the business. It's not coming back. You know, like it's a hefty, big decision where you're all your poker chips are in. You're straightforward, you know. So my 100% rule, my decision was the reason to literally relocate all of my belongings and all of my life from Gold Coast to Darwin, because like you're all in with that, you know. It's game time, straight on. So the question is, what is the update? So I'll tell you right now, at this current point in time of recording this video in November, I've done over 120 days of manifesting daily. This is all 4 ways: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And it's to achieve and attack those 3 goals that I said at the start of the video. And you know what? Like, it's working. It's actually working. Like, I'm so close to getting my visa days for 3rd year extension. I'm literally so close. I can't wait to get 3rd year. It's going to be amazing here. The second one, which is save a substantial amount of money. Full disclaimer: I've put away about, I'm not trying to brag here because I'm not, but I've put away just over 10 grand, which is the most amount of money I've ever had in my bank, Aussie dollar. Just because, you know me, I'm all about the lifestyle, not about the pay packet. So if you're happy and you're doing something that you love, and keep going with it, you know, and that's amazing. And then the third way, which is to become a business owner and to start doing this entrepreneur activity. And well, I'll tell you now, as of August 2021, I established and registered my business, Seeker Collective. I've been building it online for like the past few months. Social networks, building the website, getting people to give me feedback on the website and all of it in itself, and it's going really well. And I'm not in a rush to bring it out because I know that taking the time with it is going to make it something special that can help a lot of people in the future. So when I look back over the whole 4 months and I see these 3 goals that I started when I first got here, and now, and like the contrast, if you will, from the start of when I first got here, end of June, to literally what we're now, November, like the transformation has been unreal. And for me to kind of take on this idea of manifestation I've never tried before, like, I'm 100% gonna apply this to more things in my life down the line in the future because of the success rate and kind of how it's come to life. When I first started it, I had no clue what was going to happen. When you try something new, you never know what's going to happen because it's unknown territory. Like, it's uncertain because you've not done it before. Right, so to finish off this video, we're going to go into a few little helpful tips that have helped me and that I want to share with you guys. The first one, which is consistency, is key. Now, since being in Australia, I've tried my best to kind of practice this idea of consistency, and it's super helped me with doing this task. So keep up with it, make sure you stick to it, and just every day set yourself tasks and challenges to achieve those future goals. Second one is prioritize your life in a way that suits you and stick to that as well. So for me, it's like not going out every weekend. When first arriving here in Darwin, it's a party place, man. Everyone goes out the weekend. But I needed to have that small sacrifice in my life to kind of venture out for this long-term gain, you know. Another useful, helpful tip, which is using your spare time wisely. So through the work week, I do 50 hours, obviously, at work on site. But then in my spare time through the weekdays, in the evenings and the weekends, in my spare time, I work on the brand. I do a little bit of fitness and the yoga and come down here and do a bit of meditation, you know. Those sort of things gives me such an amazing balance to be able to attack and kind of make the most out of the manifestation, because I'm like this. I'm kind of in a way where I'm happy with what I'm doing, with what I'm saving, but also getting my physical and my mental well-being looked after whilst we're attacking this whole process. If you burn out and you burn the candle at both ends, you'll struggle. You definitely will struggle. I've done that in previous years in European locations, you know. Whereas here, I wanted to make that change. I wanted to try something different, and I wanted to see if I could stick to it as well, which I have, which is amazing. But yeah, whatever works for you though. Another thing to remember that helped me a lot with motivation is just telling myself that it's not forever, you know. This is a time in my life where I know that it was going to be a 6-month dedication, and then after that I can proceed with the rest of my life in the future want to, you know. So my little task for you, how to kind of go and use this process, is to start off with, pick yourself a certain amount of goals, ones that really mean a lot to you and that you want to achieve. Okay, with these goals, I suggest to write them down somewhere, whether it's on a piece of paper and you stick it on your bedroom wall, or in your phone, or on your laptop, or on an A4 document in Word, wherever they may be. Once you write them down, you're making steps to achieve them. You're putting it out there, you know, and that is the first step. It's figuring out the goals, and it's being accountable for what you're about to do with those goals. Lastly, stay consistent. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Try and keep it simple if you can, and of course, enjoy this process. And so folks, that is all for me today with this video. I really hope that you've enjoyed watching. If you have, be sure to give this video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you do have any questions at all, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below. Maybe you've tried manifestation, you kind of want to compare methods, or if you've got some tips for me, I'd love to hear about them as well. Once again, massive thank you for sticking around to the end of this video, and we'll of course see you guys back in the next video. What shall I do my next video on? I'm not too sure, but we have an amazing time doing it. So take care guys, see you later, bye bye for now.